Hi, hello, welcome back to another episode of the channel. If you've been following the channel for a while now, you might have noticed that there's been a decrease in uploads. That's mainly just due to the weather. I didn't want to keep just making videos in my basement, so I haven't been uploading as much lately. I have been thinking of ideas though, and I got lots of ideas in mind, and the weather's starting to slowly get better, so when it eventually does get better, I'm going to be doing some more vlog style videos and some more, just me learning certain tricks and stuff like that. So stick around for that. Today I'm going to do another board setup video. And again, if you've been following the channel, you might be thinking, you just did a board setup video, why are you doing another one? Well, a couple of reasons. First off, I still have the other board. This is the Rodney Mullen World Industries reissue board. I really like it. I have noticed some criticisms online about it, and the main one being that it tapers from this truck to this truck. It gets a little bit smaller at the back truck, which is not great because when you're trying to be in rail stand, which is like one of the more common stances of freestyle, it teeters and shakes a little bit, and that's not the most stable platform to be doing tricks on. So I don't know why they decided to do it like that, but besides that, I am really enjoying this board, but that's not the topic of this video. So I've been in contact with Justin from MLM Skates for a while now, and something's really cool has happened. They invited me to be a part of their crew, to be a part of their team, and to ride for the brand. So I'm really stoked on that. I've been skateboarding for like more than half of my life, and I've never had a sponsor before. So I'm really excited about that. And something that's really cool is they sent me a box with this board in it. This is the Gary Fix Freestyle Pro Model board. It's the Epitaph, and this is like just one of the coolest shapes ever. I am so stoked on the way this board looks. So it's got a squared off tail, which is great for keeping balance in 50-50s or truck stands. It has two kicks. They're both upturned, which should be great for doing things like walk the dogs and stuff like that. The nose is smaller though, so it's like it doesn't have the big wide flat part like this one has. And I don't know if it's as steep either. If it's not as steep, then that should make things like Caspers still not too difficult to do. Something interesting about the concave too is it's very flat, but right at the edges, it ramps up just a little bit. And I feel like that will help me feel like my feet are locked into the board. And it's also supposed to make standing and rail stand feel very stable. So pretty much the complete opposite of that Rodney Mullen board. I'm really excited about this board. I love the purple top ply too. That just looks awesome. I'm super excited about this shape. And yeah, we're gonna get right into it here. So I'm also throwing my, how do you pronounce this? Gashadokuro trucks by Decomposed on there. I love these things. I'm really excited to be skating those. I have some decomposed skid plates, just some random riser pads. I don't even think they're branded. I got these in the mail the other day. They're decomposed wheels. They're these Spectral Knights. They look awesome to me. So they look like a clear urethane, which coming from a street skateboarding background, that would mean that these wheels are softer typically, just because of the way they look, which can be a good thing. Like if you're skating rough areas, then having softer wheels is nice. But these wheels are 98A, so you get all the added benefits of a nice hard wheel, and you get the cool look of them looking like a clear urethane. So I'm really excited to try these out. They're also 54 millimeters, so they'll be what's 1 mil bigger than the wheel I'm used to. And I think that should also just feel a little bit better when standing in rail stand and just feeling a bit more stable. This board theoretically should feel super, super stable in rail because of the edge and the bigger wheels. I can't wait, I'm excited. So let's get into it. I'm gonna start with drilling in the skid plates. Okay, so last time I did this, I was super nervous about it. And I'm still, I'll be honest, I'm not super confident in my abilities to do this yet. I screwed up the tail on the last one. So I'm gonna try my best to do a good job here. We shall see how it works. I feel a bit more confident in my abilities, but not overly. I wasn't sure if I should just use 2 nose skid plates because it has 2 tails. I've heard that's a good idea to do with some boards, but I think I'm just gonna use, because the tail is so much like wider, I'm gonna use a tail and a nose skid plate. And I think that should work fine. I need a screw or something. All right, so that looks pretty good to me. That's the thing with this, is it doesn't have to be like absolutely, oh, well, I shouldn't be moving around as I'm trying to adjust the holes. That's not good. It doesn't need to be like absolutely perfect. Just like pretty good. It has to be manageable, you know what I mean? Let's do it. Make sure I have it set the right way would be good. So that was one thing the last time when I tried doing this. I'm using a 1/4 inch drill bit, and I felt like it barely, like the hardware for the skid plates would like barely fit. So I'm just trying to like wiggle the drill around a bit to give the holes a bit more room. And I'm hoping that'll help. Because it worked, but it wasn't like perfect. So these are my used skid plates. These are just from my Kill Your Idols board. I love that board, and I will probably set it up again in the future. I'm just really, I want to have a single kick and I want to have a double kick setup. And I love that Kill Your Idols board. I already went through the trouble of setting up my Ronnie Mullen board. So I'm going to skate that board till it's done, and then I'll set back up the Kill Your Idols deck. No shade thrown towards Moonshine or that Kill Your Idols board. Also, Tony Gale messaged me on my Kill Your Idols board review. Left a comment on there. That was really cool. Tony Gale, if you're watching, thank you for that. I like your stuff. This is like the most nerve-wracking part. And it's like, it's not even a big deal. Like, it's not like the board becomes unusable if you screw this up a little bit. It'll just look goofy, and I don't want my board to look goofy. I want it to look cool. All right, it's done. It has holes. So we're gonna start to grip this now. Okay, so we got the holes in there. I tried to make them a little bit wider so that the skid plate hardware fits a little bit better. I think it looks good. I don't know. This is my second time ever doing this, so we shall see. Just throwing Jessup on here again. Again, I'm not going to do any sort of fancy lines or anything like that. I do want to put grip tape on the nose and tail this time. So I'm going to try and have some extra grip at the end of this left over that I can do that. The board is so short compared to a street deck that I should be able to. Wait, the dimensions for this, so it's like 7.3 1/4, I think, something like that, 7.3 and some change, and the length is 28 1/4, I believe. So almost the same dimensions as the Ronnie Mullen board, but it's like a quarter of an inch, not as long. Shorter, not as long. 1/4 of an inch shorter. All right, so let's try this out. Try and go close to the tail, so I have a lot left over for the nose to do some grip. Yeah, okay, that should be good. I'm lucky that I have so much grip just like kicking around. I haven't needed to buy new grip in a long time. So last time I just used the tool that I have. I used the grip thing there, or the sander there to sand it down. A long time ago, I got this metal bottle opener, and I tried using that once to grip a board, and it worked great. And ever since then, I've just been using this. I'm gonna just use this again, because I think it works a little bit better than the sander. This thing works really great as a file. It gets it down so thin, If you can find like a really nice sharp piece of metal or just like an actual metal file, I feel like that just tends to work the best. All right, so we've got the line on there. We're gonna start cutting it off and we'll see how this goes. To me, this is the least fun part about setting up a skateboard, because you can very easily screw this up. And if you screw it up, you have to stare at it all the time, and you're just always reminded of your mistakes. And no one likes to be reminded of their mistakes. That's not fun. Okay, that came out all right. The thing with a file too is you can always go over it a few times to try and clear it out, to try and clean it up a bit if you do screw that up. This is the least fun part though. I think a big part of it is just finding a comfortable position to do this. Ow! It doesn't help when it's pulling my freaking arm hair too. Oh God, I'm screwing this part up. Years of gripping boards, you still screw it up every once in a while. I can fix it. I maybe should have cut strips out before I started doing this. I've never gripped the bottom of my board before, so this is new to me. I don't know how to do this properly, but I do want just like a strip of grip. A strip of grip. I don't need anything crazy big. Just a little added grip protection, you know? Okay, so just gonna put in the holes, and then we are going to start with the trucks. Well, no, sorry, the skids. Right, yeah, there we go. When doing tricks like walk the dog, you want your foot pivoting in the middle of the board. Some people like to just put no grip in the middle. I don't want to do that. I just want a little bit less grip in the middle. I don't know where that screw went, but I need it, whatever. Let's start drilling, or start putting in some of these holes. All right, so let's put the holes in the grip now. So yeah, I'm really excited for this board, man. I think this shape is gonna be so fun. I've skated, you know, 2 separate freestyle boards now. Both have been single kick. And I'm just used to skating double kicks, you know, from street skateboarding for 20 odd years. So I feel like this will also give me like a little bit of, a little bit more confidence in trying to do some sort of ollie tricks too. Like if ollie kick flip on this will feel a bit more secure than a single kick to me. Yeah, so let's throw in those skid plates now. Let's see how we did. Moment of truth. Nice, went in. Yeah, that came out pretty good. Not horrible. That should work fine. All right, tail skid. This is the one I screwed up last time. Let's see if I did any better of a job with this one. This one is not going in as easily. Oh, there we go, got it. I think I got the tail a little crooked again. Whatever. That's just something hopefully I'll get better with time. Here we go, we got the skids on there, got the grip on there. I'm gonna go ahead and put these trucks on and then I'll see you after. Okay, so we got the trucks on there. They're looking good, board's coming together. I'm excited. I'm going to throw some bearings into my wheels and we'll throw this board together. These wheels just look so cool to me. I love them. I can't wait to start skating these. So something about freestyle that's different from street skateboarding is you put a lot of washers on the inside of your wheel to push it out, to push the wheel out to make it flush with the rail of your board. And each wheel and truck setup can be, you know, different. So it's not gonna be the same for every single setup. So if you lose one, then that can screw your whole setup up. So I'm gonna try, I think I'm gonna try 3. I'm gonna try 3 bushings on the inside. That's what I've been doing so far. That's what I did with the Kill Your Idols board. It's what I did with my Ronnie Mullen board. And it's been working good. So I'm just gonna keep doing that. These Gashadokuro, how do you pronounce it? Gashadokuro trucks come with the decomposed squish bolts too. So they're like smaller than a normal bolt, which gives you even more axle clearance for doing truck stands. So that just makes it even cooler. Perfect. These are just old Reds bearings that I had kicking around in a pair of old Dragon wheels that I had. They work fine. I was gonna use these Bronson bearings that I have, but honestly, I think the red bearing will look cooler with the red text and the red graphic. So yeah, I'm really excited to be, part of the MLM team. Justin's doing really great stuff for the freestyle community in Canada. There's a few shops in Canada that sell freestyle stuff. There's Cal Streets, which is actually where I got these wheels from. They're based out of Vancouver. But like in Ontario, there's really not a lot. MLM's kind of the only thing. It's how I got into freestyle. I was just like looking for Canadian shops to buy skateboard freestyle stuff from, and stumbled across his website and his ads for gear, and was able to get into it that way. So, without them, I wouldn't have even started to try freestyle skateboarding. So it's cool that I now ride for them. They're having a skate comp too, like a freestyle skate competition in Napanee, Ontario. I think it's in May, and I'm really excited for that as well. It'd be cool to like hang out with the other guys in the crew, see some cool freestyle skating. I'm excited to go. I'm not going to be competing. I don't think I'm good enough to do that yet. But I just want to go anyways, just to see some dudes and watch some sick skating. We're gonna try 3 washers on the inside and see how that feels. But I think this is gonna be my new favorite board. I just love this shape so much. It looks so much fun. Something else that's cool too is they have a, if you want, because this is a 7.3 and a bit, their other board, Dan Harrigan Pro model, is a 7.6, I want to say, 7.5, something like that. So if you do want a wider board, MLM has that option for you as well. I always want my wheels to have like a little shake, but not too much. I want it to still sound like a skateboard. I like that rattliness that the loose wheels give it. Tony Gale would kill me because I'm not using spacers. And I like rattly wheels. All right, guys, here it is. This is the full setup right here. We got an MLM Epitaph skate deck, Gashadokuro trucks from Decomposed, Spectral Night decomposed wheels, and just some Reds bearings with some decomposed skid plates. I'm gonna throw some stickers on this. I have a ton of them, and I have not been using them. So I'm gonna sticker this guy up a little bit so I can get rid of some of these stickers that I have sitting around in my basement. But it's looking cool, man. I'm excited. I cannot wait to try this guy out. So those OJ wheels came with an OJ sticker. I'm just gonna throw that on, because why not? Throw a Decomposed sticker on there because I really like Decomposed. They make really cool board graphics. They make really cool, awesome wheels. And these trucks are really sick too, so. Witter Chang, check them out. This is a Blue Tile Lounge sticker. So this is a skate shop out of Toronto. They're like one of my favorite skate shops ever. Just gonna rep them, just because I always like to rep a shop on my board when I sticker them. Whether it be LSC from London here, Blue Tile. My other board, I have an Olympia sticker. I believe they're out of Michigan, I think. I like to just rep skate shops. without skate shops, we would have nothing but zoomies. This is just another decomposed sticker. Yeah, cool. There we go, guys. This is my board, my new setup. I cannot wait to skate this outside. For now, it's gonna have to just be my basement. But yeah, stick around for the channel, guys. I'm gonna definitely have some more videos where I go out and skateboard soon. The weather is slowly starting to get better. Thank God for that. I cannot wait to get out there and start skating again. So yeah, like and subscribe if you haven't already. Helps the channel out a ton. If you want a full review of this board, let me know. I will do something in a future video. But stick around for more content, stick around for more freestyle, stick around for more skateboarding, and I will see you then. See ya.